He was in full-dress uniform well before they opened Carlisle Bay. It was soon established that the fleet was in, an imposing sight, 3 ships of the line, escorting frigates, and many others. But Kidd's eyes were on just one, the largest, which bore the flag of the Commander-in-Chief Leeward Island Squadron. He knew little of the man, that he was a Cochrane, unrelated to the one Napoleon called the Wolf of the Seas, that by reputation he was cautious and punctilious, but had nevertheless distinguished himself in battle, and that he was yet another Scot who had reached flag rank in the Royal Navy. None of this was going to help. An officious brig sloop rounded to under their lee, and, after a brief exchange of hails, Leroy was shepherded into the anchorage to take up moorings with 3 other frigates. It felt odd after so long under a press of canvas to be at rest with naked masts. In his mind, Kidd went over yet again the burden of what he would argue. If successful, they could be returning south within days with reinforcements. And if not, well, would he have to go back empty-handed? An expressionless coxswain Poulden kept tight discipline in the boat's crew as they approached the flagship. Northumberland was in immaculate order, the welcoming captain in white gloves as Kidd stepped aboard, carefully lifting his hat to the quarterdeck and waiting while the boatswain's call died away. Then he was escorted to the grand cabin of the Commander-in-Chief.
"Captain Kidd, is it not?"
Cochrane said in a dry Scots burr, rising from his desk. "Leroy frigate, 32 guns, sir."
"As I can see. A reputation for speed on a bowline is known even here, Captain."
"Sir, I've news of great importance, a matter that sorely presses, bearing as it does on our situation in the south."
"Oh? Do carry on then, sir."
"I'm directed by Commodore Popham, my commander, to make my number with you in respect of an urgent operational request he has to make."
"I see."
Cochrane's manner became unexpectedly mild, almost whimsical, as if restraining a humorous confidence.
"And you are his emissary? Then do tell what this might be at all."
"I'm not sure how much you know, sir, of our descent on Buenos Aires, which—"
"You'll take a sherry, Kidd. I favour a light manzanilla in this climate. Will you?"
"Thank you, sir. We met with some success initially, seizing the city and quantities of silver, but—"
"Do say, Captain. I'm sure it's been something of a trial, your long voyage."
"But he now stands embarrassed for want of reinforcement," Kidd went on doggedly.
"Which he begs I might furnish."
"Sir, the matter is pressing, I believe, and
I'm therefore grieved to tell you that your mission is in vain."
Was this a direct refusal before he'd even mentioned the details? "Sir, I have a letter for you from the Commodore that establishes the strategics at back of his request." Cochrane laid it on the desk, unopened.
"That won't be necessary."
Kidd felt a flush rising. "Sir, I do feel—"
"Captain, 2 weeks ago your reinforcements touched here on the way to the River Plate."
"Why, that's—"
"Together with your Commodore's replacement. He is under recall to England to answer for his conduct."
Kidd was thunderstruck.
"So that disposes of the matter as far as you are concerned, wouldn't you say?" the Admiral said, toying with his quill.
Yes, it does seem, sir, that—"
"Quite. Then I suppose it would appear that you and your valiant frigate are now without purpose."
Keyed up for a protracted confrontation, Kidd could think of nothing with which to meet this. Cochrane leaned forward and said with a frown,
"I presume you realize how vital, how crucial these islands are to Great Britain." "You do? Then you'll be as distracted as I am, and not to say dismayed, when you learn that this humble fleet is all that is left to me in the great purpose of defending the same. After Trafalgar we were stripped, I say stripped, sir, of ships of force and value. Should the French make a descent with serious intent, I have the gravest reservations whether I'm in any kind of a position.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.